The Ashland Food Co-op is preparing for its annual Fall Festival, which will benefit the Jackson County Friends of the Animal Shelter. Education Coordinator Malia Ramsey sat down with host Will Smith to discuss the event.
Hello, this is Will Smith. This is Savor on Jefferson Public Radio. I love to introduce you and let you know events, food events, and let you get to know farmers and winemakers on this program. And it is October. We finally have some cool weather. The smoke is cleared, and I have a great event that's coming up October 21st at the Co-op. It is their Fall Festival, and I have Malia Ramsey, who's the education director at the Ashland Food Co-op, to discuss. Good morning, Malia.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
I know. How are you?
I'm doing very well.
Good. So tell us what sort of shenanigans will be happening October 21st at the Co-op.
Well, we're really excited to be hosting our first Fall Fest, I think in over 4 years. They used to do this quite a while ago before I was on scene at the Ashland Food Co-op. Right. But we're going to have music, food, drinks, entertainment, pumpkin decorating. So I'm really excited to be hosting this event.
You have some Argentinian winemakers coming in.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Doing a tasting, and then also a local beer maker.
Yes, yeah. Walkabout Brewing Company is going to be there serving up some beverages for purchase. And then Rio Hana is going to be our guest in the store for some wine tasting. And they're actually a co-op as well. So they're sort of our winemaking buddies, cooperative buddies that like
Very
to come
cool.
in.
And is there any sort of cost associated with this?
The event itself is free, but of course, like I mentioned before, there'll be food and drinks available for purchase. And what's cool about this event is all proceeds will go to Friends of the Animal Shelter, VOTAS, so we'll have several opportunities to donate to them as well.
That's great. And give everybody a little rundown on VOTAS and what they do here in Jackson County.
VOTAS is a nonprofit organization. They focus on rehoming the animals at the Jackson County Animal Shelter. So they recruit volunteers and have several volunteer programs that they work on. They're always looking for volunteers. So if you're interested in being a foster parent or in walking the dogs or socializing them or something that working with the animals, you can always go to their website, and that's just www.fotas.org/volunteer. And besides our event, they also host various other fundraising events throughout the year. We used to do a dog wash with them, but that wasn't possible this year due to some complications with volunteers. So we're excited to have this opportunity to raise them some money.
Oh, that's great. So, and the date is October 21st. And what time is this all happening?
It will be an afternoon event from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., so very family friendly. We're going to have a lot of sort of activities geared towards kids, but not exclusive to children. Right. We're going to have pumpkin decorating, not carving, it's decorating.
Right.
We're going to have some face painting by a local artist from Boutique Body Art. And then we're going to have some music by Jody Jean Martson and friends. One of our own co-op team members is actually going to be playing in that trio. So we're excited about that as well.
And then are there any exciting or delicious food items that might be available?
Yeah, our prepared foods department is going to be cooking up some German brats and potato salad. And if brats aren't your thing, we're also going to be serving our famous vegetarian butternut squash lasagna, which honestly is one of my favorite things that the prepared foods department serves. It's delicious. So good. Yeah.
On the 21st, you can just show up, no tickets required.
Yes.
And just enjoy being outside. Hopefully the weather will be nice.
Yes.
Cool, no rain.
Well, no, it's going to be no rain. There's not going to be any smoke. It's going to be perfect.
Okay, great. That was one of my questions that I was thinking about was, prior, I was going to ask you if it was an annual event in the past, and I know that COVID sort of shut everything down. So it had been sort of a regular.
It had been. I think like the first year I moved to Ashland, which was probably about 11 years ago now, I remember coming to the co-op and they were doing tastings in front of the store, and there was hay bales and there was pumpkins, and I don't remember all what was going on, but I remember it was a big deal. So it's exciting, kind of an honor to be bringing it back.
Sure. No, I love that. I love that things are slowly getting back to normal. Slow and steady.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so come for, just for a beer or stay for the afternoon. Bring your family. It's going to be a really fun event. I know there's a lot of other festivals going on, but
will they be bringing animals that are up for adoption that day?
They won't be bringing any animals to the event, but I believe I sent a couple pictures of animals that are available for adoption in, so you can probably take a look at those. There's a couple cats and dogs that are available for adoption at the shelter, so this will be benefiting them.
And will FOTES people be present that day?
Yes, they will be. They'll have their own table. They'll be taking donations. They'll be taking donations through your purchase of those broths or butternut squash. And then we should have a gift basket available as well. We're going to do a raffle for a big gift basket, and the Ashland Food Co-op will be donating all the products in that gift basket that you'll have the opportunity to purchase a raffle ticket
So people will be able to get raffle tickets on that day.
Yes, and so by 1, by 10, by 100, it's all a donation that goes directly towards Friends of the Animal Shelter.
Very sweet. That sounds great.
Yeah.
How long have you been at the co-op?
I've been at the co-op for 10 years now. I've been doing different things. I started as a dishwasher.
Oh, boy. You've worked your way up.
Worked my way up.
I know you guys always have a steady selection of classes, and that's sort of reappeared since COVID as well. So that's back in the swing.
Absolutely. We actually have a fall class coming up October 14th. We have a wonderful instructor, Michelle Gieri, is going to be instructing that one on Saturday, October 14th from 12 to 2. That's actually the weekend before. It's a Saturday afternoon class. And if you're interested in that, you can go check out our website and purchase tickets, just ashlandfood.coop/events. She's a wonderful instructor. She teaches you how to make things elegant and impressive, but very simple. So you don't get overwhelmed, but your guests will be impressed.
Yeah, I love it. That's a great idea. Just to remind everybody, this is Savor on Jefferson Public Radio. My name is Will Smith, and I am sitting with Malia Ramsey, Education Coordinator at the Ashland Food Co-op. Any other exciting classes coming up?
Yeah, that one, that's our only cooking class that's coming up this fall. But we also have a few wellness classes that are going to be coming up. We have a communications class. We have a wonderful instructor that teaches that's going to talk about just how to talk to your family without blame or criticism right before the holidays. I thought that was appropriate. How to maybe navigate some of those holiday tensions a little bit.
That's a great idea for a class.
Yeah, that's going to be November 9th at 6 p.m., and that's free.
That's great.
That's a free event.
Super. And then if you go to the Ashland Food Co-op website, there is a section that goes over the different classes.
Yes.
That's great. And then you can buy them tickets online?
Yes, you can purchase tickets online. We love it even for the free classes. If folks just register, even though it's no cost to them, but we have several free classes we love for folks to register for just so the instructor has a head count.
All right.
Yeah, they know what to expect.
Well, everybody, please put October 21st on your calendars for the Fall Festival at the Ashland Food Co-op. You know, I've been a resident here since about 2012, and I've been a fan of the co-op. And I sometimes am confused how to explain to people what exactly the co-op is and what they do that's different than, say, your average grocery store. Could you speak a little bit about what makes the co-op the co-op?
Absolutely. As you mentioned, we are a co-op, which is who we are, but what that means is we're owned by the community. So you pay a fee, but it's, you are part of the ownership of the co-op. We don't have a CEO that collects the profit from the Ashland Food Co-op. The profits go back to the community. You'll get a dividend at the end of the year. That's, part of our profit goes directly back to you. And then we give back to the community through several different programs that we have. So it's really more of like a community mindset, the co-op.
Right.
It's not just owned by one person who's collecting all the profit.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing, as a food person myself and someone who likes to cook, there is a beauty in shopping there in the fact that you guys have done the footwork on filtering a lot of products out of the availability to buy.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those things is to try in being a 100% non-GMO retailer.
Yes. Yeah. We have several standards. We have several sort of areas of standards that we have at the co-op. We have we're a certified organic retailer,
Right.
which means that we have processes and procedures in each department that ensures that the product that we receive goes home with you, the customer, it has the same quality that it had when it arrived to the store.
Right.
We make sure there's no cross-contamination in the deli or in the meat department or the produce department. And we make sure that anything that might not be organic is not, cut on the same surface, or,
Right.
There's anything that's not organic is, put on the bottom shelf, so there's no, like I said, no cross-contamination. Right. And then we try to be a GMO-free store,
Excellent.
And so nothing with a GMO can come into our store. Ever since 2014, we've been working on that.
Right.
There's actually a little product standards alert on different products that come into the store that possibly don't meet our product standards.
And I'm sure there's conventional produce items that may not be local, that may be imported, that are not organic.
Right. Some of those, and a lot of things that would have that product standards alert, or produce that comes in that might not be local or organic. It's really like a customer need base. Like we have to have corn during the summer, so sometimes we'll source conventional corn, but it's
Pineapples.
There's actually there's a little bit of a quality, problem with organic pineapples sometimes, so we end up sourcing conventional pineapples.
Interesting.
And they're just not local.
Well, I have been told by some people that work in produce there that people often ask if the pineapples and mangoes are local.
Yes, that's a very common question.
Yeah, and everyone, they are not.
No, they're not. I'm sorry. We try, but no, it's not going to happen.
Right. And then as someone who enjoys eating and preparing meats, something that I love about the store is you have incredible meat selection that is also essentially local.
Yes, yeah. We only in our meat cases. So for the beef and the lamb, those are actually only sourced from 2 locations:
Yeah, that's amazing.
Magnolia Farms and Emerald Hills. We buy animals directly from those locations and butcher them in-house.
Yeah.
So what we put on the shelf is just from a couple animals at a time.
Right.
So it's there when it's there, and then when it runs out, we
gone.
have to wait till the next order.
Right.
But I really like that about the store, is that we try to source those whole local.
It's the best.
Wherever we can.
That's super.
Mm-hmm.
So, listeners, please put October 21st, 12 to 3 p.m. at the Ashland Food Co-op and join us. I'll be there. Malia will be there. And it should be a fun fall festival for October 21st. All right. Thank you, Malia, for coming in.
Will. Thank you for having me.
All right.
Savor is produced by Jefferson Public Radio.